Hello again. It's Ms. Stevenson again, and I am going to show another art activity for the week. Now, this art activity, you can either use colored paper and a crayon, white crayon, or you can also do this with Q-tips and glue. You need white glue. If you're going to use the Q-tip idea, then you need white glue. You can draw the whole thing with a white crayon if you want to. Now, because we're using the color white, we really can't use white paper because white crayon and white Q-tips do not really show up very well on white paper. But if you don't have colored paper, remember you can always color the piece of paper. You can color the whole thing with black or whatever color you want. We just don't want the paper to be white because we want the drawing or the artwork that we put on the top, we want it to stand out. Okay, so we are going to draw a skeleton. And the first thing I want to do on the page is draw the head. And I'm just going to draw a really, really simple shape. It almost looks like a keyhole. Okay. And I'm going to color most of it, but I'm going to leave the eyes black so that you can tell it's a skeleton. And I'm going to leave the nose black and then part of the mouth. Now, drawing with a white crayon on paper, on colored paper, I think always looks really, really neat. You could even use brightly colored crayons. You don't have to use white. If you don't want to do the skeleton idea, you can just get some colored paper out and color on it with light crayons, like light pink or orange or yellow with white. It makes really, really great artwork to do that way. When I use white glue, I always try to remember that I don't need very much. So I don't want to keep pouring and pouring the white glue out onto the paper. I don't need a lot. I just need to give my artwork time to dry. So when you glue something down using white glue, you can't pick it up right away. Everything will fall off of it. White glue like this is not like a glue stick. Glue stick, you can usually pick the artwork up right away. But with white glue, it needs to sit until the glue dries before you pick it up. If you try to pick it up, everything will just fall off. It's a little bit frustrating, but I think we can handle it. So now, because I'm using white glue and I don't want my items to fall off, I need to lay my piece of paper flat so that I can put white glue on and everything can sit that way to dry. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to flip my camera around so that you can see the paper. Okay, so here's my skeleton's face. And now I'm going to do something with the Q-tips. The first thing I want to do is glue a Q-tip across like this to make it look like his shoulders. So here we go. Whoops, take a little bit of glue and see already it's too much. So I'm going to dip this end of the Q-tip in and use it on this side, like that. I wasn't ready for how much was going to come out there, but I'm going to leave that to dry, and when it dries, it will be clear. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just try to be more careful for the next ones. So here we go. I'm going to do Another Q-tip there for his back. And I can even share some of this glue at the bottom. So I'm laying my Q-tip in for the back. And now I have cut some Q-tips in half. So I want to do 1, 2, 3 on that side. 1. And don't forget, if you don't have Q-tips and white glue at home, you can always do this drawing. You can do the whole drawing with a white crayon. You don't really have to do it with Q-tips. Q-tips was just kind of a different idea that I thought of for this week. And here, these are the rib bones in the skeleton. 2, 3, like this. And now I want to do the arms. So let's see if I can get. There's 1. All the way over there. And another one over here. Like that. The bottom part of the arm. There we go. And now I'm going to do the legs. So we need 1 coming out this way and 1 going out that way. And then down. There. And there. There is my skeleton. When it's dry, now I'm not going to touch it for a little while because I want all of the white glue to dry. That way the Q-tips will be held in place. If I pick it up now, everything's going to go rolling off onto the floor. So I'm going to leave it where it is and I'm going to let it dry. When it's dry, I could draw hands with the white crayon. I can draw feet on the bottoms of the legs with the white crayon. You can do all kinds of details if you want to, all right? But I thought that this would be something different and something interesting that you could try for Halloween time. I hope you have a lot of fun with it, friends. Don't forget, you need to put the cap back on your glue when you're done. If you do not put the cap on it, the whole thing will dry out and it will be wasted. Have fun, friends.